group valencies in a periodic table. It is known to us that the different elements have their own valencies according to the group number in which they are placed. Rather, we can say that the group number represents the valency of a particular element shown in that group. Based upon this, here is a simple question. And the question is here, the number of elements from the following that cannot form compounds with valencies which match their respective group valencies is. The number of elements are given, and if you look to these elements, they belong to period 3 and period 2, that is the second period and the third period. They are boron, carbon, nitrogen, sulfur, oxygen, fluorine, phosphorus, aluminum, and silicon. And you have to mark the word that cannot form. Cannot has to be given care, that those elements which do not respond to their group number so far as valencies are concerned, we have to choose. And the total number of those elements, such elements, are represented here as options A, B, C, D. And the correct number has to be marked, total number of the elements. So accordingly, it's very necessary for us to recall compounds which will respond to the group number so far as their compounds are concerned. Now let us start with the first element, that is boron. Boron forms a compound which is BCl3, and BCl3 of course represents the group number of boron, which is 3. Carbon, well known to us, most of the compounds represent its group number, and it is tetravalent in nature. Tetravalent. So the valency of carbon is well represented. So far as nitrogen is concerned, nitrogen appears in group 5A or group 5, and we don't find any compound which has a valency of nitrogen as 5. Then next comes sulfur. Sulfur appears in 6th group and has a compound SO3 where the valency of sulfur is 6. Oxygen is again appearing in 6th group, but oxygen doesn't show a valency as 6. Fluorine is shown in 7th group, but it doesn't show usually a valency of 7. Observe. Of course, interhalogen compound is an exception, where it shows a valency of 7. But usually the valency of fluorine in most of the compound is as 1. Phosphorus is in group 5, and the valency of phosphorus is represented in PCl5. Compound valency is 5. Aluminum is in 3rd group, and a number of compounds are there which represent its valency as 3. For example, AlCl3 or Al2O3. Silicon again is well known tetravalent element like carbon, and usually the valency is tetravalent in most of the organic compounds, as well as inorganic compounds also respond to the valency as 4. Now, accordingly, we find that it is nitrogen, oxygen, and fluorine which cannot form compounds with respect to their group numbers, and therefore the total number of such elements comes out to be 3. As such, the correct option in this case, or the correct answer, is at option A, 3. Okay, that is how we can respond to these questions. The questions are very simple, but still you have to recall and consider about group number and their valencies, leaving apart certain cases such as interhalogen compounds about the valencies and group number of the given elements. Whatever we have discussed is represented here for those elements which are represented, which have been provided to us to answer. That is boron, carbon, nitrogen, sulfur, oxygen, fluorine, phosphorus, aluminum, and silicon. Okay, thank you. Please do share, like, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.